A field in summertime. A water wheel turns. This scene reminds us of the old days in Japan. Inside the watermill, a fine powder is being produced. This powder is the raw material used to make finely scented incense. Making incense also protects the habitat of many living creatures. Here is one of the most intriguing. Satoyama, a place where people are a part of the natural ecosystem. We will visit one Satoyama where life is abundant and interconnected. The city of Nikko in Tochigi Prefecture commands a view of the Nikko mountain range. This area is one of Japan's leading producers of incense. Tucked in the corner of the region is Omuro, where even today a water wheel is used to make incense. At one time, water wheels used for polishing rice and making soba were a common sight. Now, there are only two left in the region. One of them continues to be maintained and operated by Kunisaburo Asada. He's the third generation of his family to use a water wheel to make the raw material for incense. This powder is made from the ground, dried leaves of sugi, a tree sometimes known as Japanese cedar. This waterway has been used for over a century for this traditional way of making incense. Baikamo flowers thrive in the stream. This aquatic plant from the buttercup family requires pure running water. Many types of life are attracted to this flow of pure spring water. A dense sugi or cedar forest forms a backdrop to the watermill. The sunlight filtering through this grove of trees is testament to the care given to it by people. Sugi forests are often neglected of late, but here branches and underbrush are cleared away and a healthy forest thrives. Furthermore, numerous birds and insects can be seen in this sugi forest. Incense plays an important role in the formation of this nature-rich forest. Overgrown branches are regularly pruned. The leaves from those branches are used as the raw material for incense. The leaves are gathered and well ventilated for 3 months as they are dried. Here, where the leaves are protected from rain, the dry earth is used by another creature. This is a sandpit trap built by an Antillean larva. Let's take a peek. Antillians build a bowl-shaped trap with smooth sand so that ants cannot escape. The Antillian then tosses sand up to force its victim down into its pit. After the sugi leaves have been thoroughly dried, he takes them to the watermill. There, the sugi leaves are pounded into a powder. Not only does it require great care, but it is becoming difficult to come by good raw materials for incense. After a whole day and night, the leaves have been turned into a fine powder. The shed is filled with the refreshing fragrance of cedar. He checks the readiness of the powder by touch. Coloring is added to the sugi powder that was pounded by the water wheel, and the mixture is thoroughly kneaded. After rolling this thin and letting it dry, the incense is finished. This traditional method for making incense is over 100 years old. The fragrance of incense made from powdered sugi is wonderful, and it burns for a long time. This is the tsugi forest, where the raw material for incense is gathered. If we look closely at one of the big trees, we can see a large hole in it. This tree has a large hole in it too. Something seems to be living in them. "30 minutes after sunset. Let's take another look at the tsugi forest behind the watermill. Poking its head out of the hole is a Japanese giant flying squirrel. It's nocturnal, so the active part of its day is just beginning. These squirrels jump and glide from tree to tree, searching for fruit, nuts, and flowers to eat. For Japanese giant flying squirrels, the abundance of large trees in this well-cared-for sugi forest provides an ideal habitat. A water wheel in use for over 100 years for incense production. And a sugi forest maintained along with the water wheel. In this Satoyama, the gentle rhythm of the water wheel continues its flow through time. Satoyama, living in harmony with nature.